What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to this week's episode of Fight IQ. This is a Fight IQ, okay? This is a Fight IQ, alright? Don't let the UFC 315 recap video fool you, alright? I accidentally said Fight IQ. It's not a Fight IQ video. This is. It's Burns versus Morales, alright? I'm pretty sure this is an Apex card. Yep, it's an Apex card. Strap yourselves in, guys. There's got to be an Apex card every once in a while, or else we're getting too lucky. Yeah, bit to go through. This is going to be a pretty short and sweet one, guys. All right, I'm going to put my picks in. I'm going to get out of here. All right, I got stuff to do. Dive straight into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's dive into the weeds because we're the only ones who can. Luna Pinheiro versus Tisha Pennington. This is where I'd like to see ranked women's fights, bro. The opening fight of the night. I think Tisha Pennington's going to turn back Luna Pinheiro and retain a number 13 spot. Big take. Hyesung Park versus Carlos Hernandez. Look. Hyesung Park, bro, we're in technical difficulties. He's 9-0. He's undefeated. He's coming out of this whole cement mixer of Asian talent, you know, that they're doing over in the Asias, okay? So, just across the stats, guys. You know, we're not big stats people over here, but just across the stats, Hyesung Park is the better fighter. But, you know, in a UFC fight, anything's possible. Carlos Hernandez, I think, is a little bit weathered. All right, I think he's seen his best days. Just looking at stats here really quick. Because if you didn't know, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Oh! Dude, what? Sorry, the football's playing in the background. The NRL Rugby League's playing in the background. What is this? If there's another Asian... Okay. He's on the gauntlet right now. He's on the gauntlet. He's got one win against someone of Asian heritage. Alright? So, he's either going to go 2-2 with Asian people, or he's going to go 1-3. So, I like Hyesung Park. Anyway. Hyesung Park. I like him. I like him to win this, guys, probably by a split decision. Didn't do too much research on that one. Sorry, guys. Elise Reed versus Denise Gomez. I'm going to take Denise Gomez to win this one in the second round by armbar. Mairon Santos versus Tainara Lisboa. I got Lisboa in this one, guys. I think she's probably going to get it done by a decision. On to the good stuff. Jared Gordon versus Thiago Moises. It's a pretty good fight, guys. It's a pretty good fight. This is, you know, as I say, often doing these Fight IQ videos, there's always got to be, that one old head fight, right? And this is the old head fight. This is Jared Gordon versus Thiago Moises. This is two company workhorses, all right? They've been around for the UFC for a while. Both guys have fought the who's who's. Thiago Moises, I'm fairly certain he's fought Islam Makhachev, right? Jared Gordon's fought Paddy, he's fought Charles Oliveira. Like, you know, these two, Thiago Moises, he's got wins over some big names. You know, he's beaten some Bobby Greens and that. So, I don't know. I just from straight away looking in at these two, okay? And the stats are whispering Jared Gordon, but the heart is telling me Thiago Moises. So I'm going Thiago Moises for this one, guys. Gabe Green versus Matthews Camilo. Camilo, he doesn't have any information on him. I'm not sure who this is, guys. I'm sorry, all right? Bit of a UFC casual. I don't know who this prospect is, all right? There's going to be someone watching this video going, oh, you don't know who Matthews Camilo is? Oh, have you not watched Bellator? Have you not watched the local scene in Taiwan? Like, no, bro, I haven't, okay? Gabe Green by, don't know. Just Gabe Green, because he's the only one in this fucking picture. I can't pick this black figure off of a name. Julian Erosa and Mel Costa. Yeah, I'm not saying his whole name. It's just Mel Costa now, guys. These two have been company workhorses. Julian Erosa only just fought, like... Was it the Vault card? I'm fairly certain Julian Erosa just fought on UFC 314. And he knocked out Darren the Damage Elkins. So, Julian Erosa needs some money, needs some paychecks, and he's back in there against Mel Costa. Mel Costa, who's a bit of a company workhorse. This might be his third or fourth fight this year. I want to quickly check that, guys. I'd actually like to see, because he's been very busy. Okay, he's got a new haircut too. Love that. This is going to be his third fight in the UFC this year. February 23rd, March 30th, and now he's fighting in May. So, shout out to Mel Costa. He is a company workhorse this year. 3 fights in the span of 4 months. That's pretty big. That's pretty big stuff. 3 fights in 4 months. You're almost fighting a month. A fight once a month. And I'm sure when this fight happens on the weekend, guys, the DCs and the Paul Felders are really going to be, they're going to be drooling over that stat. But guess what? Fight and Field Insights got to it first. So yeah, give me Mel Costa in this one. I think Julian Erosa, he won the fight against Darren the Damage Elkins because Darren Elkins, let's face it, they were both old heads. It was an old head fight. Someone's got to win an old head fight, and it just happened to be Julian Erosa, okay? The only way he was winning that fight is if he won. And Mel Costa, a lot of steam behind him. 2 back-to-back wins this year. He's looking good. He's a bit pooey in some areas, but I think he's going to win this fight. This will be a test for him against a crafty vet like Julian Erosa. Dustin Stoltzfus. We don't know how to say that name, so we're just going to call him Dustin Poirier from Puerto Rico, I think that flag is. Not sure about geography. But he's facing Nursulton Ruziboev. I'm a big Ruziboev fan, alright. He's got 4 fights in the UFC, 1 loss to Joaquin Buckley, alright. And that was at welterweight. I like this fight. It's a middleweight. He's back in a comfortable weight class. Nursulton Ruziboev. Give it to me. Pause on that one. But give me Nursulton Ruziboev to win this one. Okay, guys. Uzbekistan really has a guy here. Okay, I like watching him fight. He's entertaining. Takes these. He's got a good fight style, and I like him to win this one against Dustin Poirier from Puerto Rico. Sodiq Yusuff versus Mairon Santos. Mairon Santos, I think, is probably going to win this fight. Sodiq Yusuff, and this is actually a hard fight to pick. Mairon Santos has 2 wins in UFC. Sodiq Yusuff is coming off 2 losses. So obviously, I do believe in fighters who are coming off losses. They get a bit fired up to get that win back. So I can see Sodiq Yusuff upsetting the prospect in Mairon Santos. But I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Mairon Santos was he on tough? Was he tough? Was he contender series? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but yeah. Look, I'll go with Sodiq Yusuff on this one, guys. I think he's going to be a bit craftier. Right, he's going to use that veteran knowledge that he's picked up over a lot of fights in the UFC. He's been beat up by a lot of people. You know, Diego Lopez and Edson Barbosa most recently. He never really particularly looked good in either of those. I mean, the Edson Barbosa fight was close-ish. So, yeah, look. I'm going to take Sodiq Yusuff here to turn back Mairon Santos. I think it's a little bit too early in his career to be getting wins over Sodiq Yusuff. Okay, so, yeah, give me Sodiq Yusuff to win this one, guys. Rodolfo Bellato, Bellator. Right, we're just going to call him Bellator. Versus Paul Craig. Oh, at the Apex. Oh, this is a big fight. This is a huge fight. There's a lot of Brazilians on this card. This is an honorary Brazilian card. Brazil almost has a dog in every single race. So we're going to call this card, rather than just calling it Burns versus Morales, we're just going to call it the Battle for Brazil. Paul Craig. Okay, if you guys didn't know, I've actually got a little bit of Scottish in me, alright? So, just as I got up for, the Volkanovskis and the Jack Dellas, alright? Gonna have to get up for Paul Craig here, guys. He's got a bit of fellow, we shared the blood of the home country, so I think he's gonna go out there and, just lock up a nasty triangle. I don't know. When Paul Craig win his last fight? I can't remember. It was like a debut fight at welterweight or something, middleweight. So, but it's back at light heavyweight, this one, guys. Paul Craig's little run at middleweight didn't last for too long, okay? Thought he could go down there and try and use his heavyweight speed against, his light heavyweight speed against, the lighter men. The real lighter men. So, Give me Paul Craig to win this one by a nasty try. Gilbert Burns, number 8 Gilbert Burns versus number 12 Michael Morales. Alright, Gilbert Burns has had a fall from grace. I can't remember the last time Gilbert Burns won a fight. He's been him and Neil Magny. He's becoming the next Neil Magny. A stepping stone. If you want to get a notable win in the welterweight division to try and boost your ranks, bolster the ranks, okay, they make you fight Gilbert Burns. Right? If you can beat Gilbert Burns, right, there's a title shot coming your way. Let's honestly look. Who's been running? I know Sean Brady. I know Jack Della. Sean Brady most recently. Bilal Muhammad before that. Jorge Masvidal was his last win, and he was on. And then Hamzat Chimaev, but he was on a bit of a run there with Neil Magny, and Jorge Masvidal. But he's on a 3-fight skid. And it's probably, don't know, Gilbert's old, right? And if that hurts you to hear that, right? I'm sorry, Gilbert is old, right? He's now the stepping stone of the welterweight division. The thing is Michael Morales, is he going to be good enough to step this stone? Is he going to step this stone, or is he going to sink? These are questions that are going to be answered on the weekend, guys. Is Michael Morales gonna step the stone, or is he gonna fall in the puddle? I'm gonna probably go ahead and say he's gonna step the stone. Alright? It does come down to here. I think the takedowns are gonna be used a lot more out of Gilbert. Alright? He was wrestle heavy against Jack. Sort of went back to the striking against Sean. I think he's down on the striking here in a big way. I think Michael Morales is a pretty slick striker, alright? He's got them hands, okay? And Michael Morales is a bit of a smoky in the division. He's a bit of a dark horse. So I think Michael Morales is probably going to beat Gilbert. And honestly, guys, I don't like to say it, but I think he's probably going to beat Gilbert in a pretty vicious way, alright? If Kamaru Usman knocked Gilbert Burns out in his prime, I think Michael Morales, being as gifted as a striker as he is, I think he might knock Gilbert Burns out. Not that Michael Morales is the best striker in the world, right? We know that he's not. But I think he might knock Gilbert Burns out. I think he's going to, just slowly wear on Gilbert, get him into the third round, and it's not going to be a nasty, ooh, knockout. It's going to be like, Gilbert Burns follows the jab with another 2 punches behind it, overwhelms Gilbert. Gilbert falls backwards, up against the fence. Michael Morales sort of just pounds him out and wins the fight in the second or third. I don't think it's going to be an oh my god moment where Gilbert Burns is twitching on the ground. But I can see Michael Morales, the younger, the hungrier guy winning this fight, right? I can see him stepping the stone. But you never know, he could fall in the puddle. Gilbert Burns is a pretty big puddle. Gilbert Burns is the stone. I don't know. Gilbert Burns is a pretty small stone, so to step on him, you got to be pretty nimble. I don't know where I'm going with this analogy, but that's all the fights, guys. As I said, I was going to get in and get this one done as quick as I can. All right, it's a Vegas Apex card. I'm not too overly concerned about this one. I mightn't even watch it, guys. I mightn't even watch it. I got a lot on my plate nowadays. All right, so it's hard to slow down and watch these Apex cards. Okay, they're getting hard to watch. They're getting harder and harder to watch. In the middle of the year, you stop running out of you're eating a burrito and you eat all the all the protein in it. It's just rice, beans, and like lettuce. Right, that's the middle of the year for the UFC in these fight nights. Right, so yeah, guys, if you are somehow excited about this one, yeah, good stuff. If you're excited about this card, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know. I don't think anyone's excited for this card. If you're excited to see Michael Morales fight Gilbert Burns, then give me a hell yeah. But other than that, we got another fight card after this. It's a women's main event, so that's speaking levels to what I just said. And then we got Sean O'Malley vs Merab. So there's a bit coming up, guys. Nothing too much, nothing too exciting. We're at the rice, beans, and lettuce side of the burrito. No more protein for a while. So till we get a new burrito. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I just wanted to quickly say before I ended the video, I got an Instagram. Okay, I got a TikTok, both under the @ of Fight and Field Insights or Fight and Field. One of the two. You look it up, you'll probably find it. All right. Go chuck them a follow, all right? Because I do some pretty interesting things on there. I make specialized content that the YouTube probably will never ever do. We'll see, all right? So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Go check out the socials, and I will see you in the next episode of Fight IQ. Deuces!